did research on the problems that retail business owners face in Cameroon because those are part of our target audience. And we found three main problems that they face, but they don't know how to overcome, and they don't actually know the solutions to this problem. Well, some don't know the solutions to this problem, and 90% of them are clueless of what to do. So in this video, I'm going to be outlining the problems and how we can solve those problems for you. The first problem that we face is competition. Competition in the sense that everybody nowadays is starting a retail business and everybody wants to make profit, and some even go to the extent of reducing their prices so that people can buy from them, which is a not very genius idea, because when you reduce your prices, you decrease the customer's perceived value of what the customer has bought, because if it's so cheap, then it's probably not that good. So that's what they think about that. You also decrease the customer's emotional investment in that thing. For example, if let's say I sell a service, right? If I were to sell that service very cheap at a very cheap price, my customers will not feel that they have invested some amount of emotion into it. So when customers buy from you, you want them to invest emotion into it. It doesn't matter what you're selling, you want them to invest emotion into it. Plus, this guarantees that what you're selling will not produce your client result in the way that you're selling it at a lower price, so it's probably not that good. The same reason as the first. What you do by doing that is also attracting more customers that will keep on reducing the price until you finally give it to them for free, which is not what you want as a business. You started the business to make profit, not to give things out for free or reduce the prices of those things to sell to customers. Using your prices and thinking that customers are going to come to you is not so genius. Take a real life example here. Every day on my WhatsApp, I'm in this group where they share jobs, and every day I see retail business owners sending the same thing and begging people to join their group. Some even go as far as paying people to join their group. Do you know how damaging it is to pay people to join your group when they will not buy from you? It's like wasting money to get an audience that will not buy from you, which is not what you want as a business owner. You want to build a community where they will come and buy from you often, because that is what you want, recurring customers. Think about this. The money that you spend to look for new customers, if you were to spend that money time and time again, you will lose a lot of money. Whereas if you had a community of customers that keep on coming back to you, then that way you can have recurring profits without you having to go and outsource new customers. The first problem would be that competition that we talked about. When there's competition in the market, many people struggle with who to buy from. Just check the WhatsApp groups that have been shared. Somebody will come and pay an audience to join their group, and yet nobody will buy from that person. The first people that started this thing are now big on it, but some of them don't still see these problems that I'm talking to you about here. Some of them have still solved these problems, which is a big problem again for them, because it will be hard to scale your business and increase your profit. So yes, there's a lot of competition in the market, and many people have not yet figured out how to stand out, which is exactly one of the solutions that I'll be giving to you. The next problem here is high rent. Cost of rent in Cameroon is really high, and some people tend to keep their products at home and deliver them by themselves, and that is kind of a problem because you might not have a lot of space in your home to keep those products there, so you need a physical store. And talking about the rent being too high, there's actually a solution for that, which I will go through with you. And then now is e-commerce. Let's face it, many people in Cameroon can't manipulate the social media well, and for this they need an expert to show them how to do it, to give them step-by-step approach and guide how to sell online and what they actually need to be able to build their community that they want online. The next problem here is low profit, right? Like, since the market is saturated, people barely make profit because everybody keeps on reducing the prices, and you're like, if I don't buy from you, I'll just buy from this other person, which the solutions that I have can actually solve that for you. Just think of buying from a brand like Jumia. You can't argue the prices on there because they've established themselves as a brand, and there's this thing that just causes people to buy without questioning the prices on big platforms. Those are all the problems that we have. Talking about the solutions, when it comes to competition, there are actually 4 solutions to solve the competition. The solutions are like ladders. So you have to do each of them step by step, because if you do just 1 or 2, you won't get the same results as you doing all of them. And you must not necessarily follow the order, but it's nice to follow in the order that I have given you. When starting a business, you want to think about building a brand, not just starting a business to make profit. You want to think about building a brand, and that involves brand strategy and brand identity design. Although a brand is much more than that, but I'm simplifying it to the aspect that people can see and the aspects that people cannot see. So consider a tree. The roots of the tree define what that kind of tree is, and then the visual aspect of the tree is what you see. So consider brand strategy as the roots of that tree, and brand identity design as the visuals and as the way people perceive or people see the tree, actually see it. When you think of empty and you think of yellow and black. When you think of YouTube, you think of red and you think of white. That is what branding is. And now we're going into the next solution, which is actually developing a marketing strategy. You need to develop a marketing strategy that you can use to reach wider audiences. Wider audiences in this case being online. So you need to develop a strategy that you can use to get to more people online, be it using your Facebook account and promoting your business, or your Instagram or your Twitter or your LinkedIn account and promoting your business. Another solution that you can implement in your business today is good customer service. People love good customer service. People love being taken care of. People love being noticed. So when you help them be noticed and feel that emotion of warmth from your customer service, you get them coming back to you. And when you do this, it's called brand loyalty. They keep on coming back to you. And lastly, you need to build good relations with your clients or customers, good relationships with your customers. In a sense that when they come and buy from you, that's it. You never hear from them again. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You need to be able to keep in touch with them so that if they need anything, they can always come back to you for that. That is building good relationships with your client. For the next problem, I'm going to actually combine high rents and e-commerce because the solution is actually the same. The solution for these two is to develop an online sales strategy where you get to sell online without actually having to rely on the physical store that much. So the solution for high rent, low profits, and e-commerce is to actually develop an online e-commerce website or use the social media platforms provided to you to sell online. This solves high rent in this solves the problem of high rent in a case where you don't need to depend on the physical store too much. This solves the problem of e-commerce and low profits in a sense that it actually helps to increase your sales. And with that, these are the problems and solutions that I have curated for retail business owners in Cameroon. And if you want to increase your profits, you can sign up for our retail profit booster program. It's not actually a program, it's a package where you get all the solutions that are listed in detail from the design archive, and we get to get on calls with you to discover what you really want and how we can best serve you to that aspect. So let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know other things that you want me to talk about, and don't forget to subscribe.